Hey, it's David. Welcome back to Orangeville Daily Homes. I have a lot of people that ask me why I do the videos, and basically the very simple answer is I like to lead with a giving hand. I like to add context to what it is that people see online. And, you know, I'm an educator. I like to make sure that people understand what's going on in the marketplace, what's going on with all the listings that we review, give my honest opinion on everything that I see. And when you're ready, just raise your hand and say, hey, David, I'm ready to buy a house. I'm ready to sell a house. You know, I need some help. And that's all I ask. So that's why I do what I do. I think there's lots of places to get information, but I think it's very hard to actually get the interpretation, the putting all of the words in the listing and everything in context. And I think that's important when you're buying or selling a house, either way. I mean, because I talk about tips on things that you can do to improve your home, and there's lots of things that you can do to improve your home, but there's also a lot of things that really you shouldn't spend any money on because it's not going to add any value to the house. Okay, so these are the things that I do. So there's different things that you can take advantage of. You can ask for the report that I put out in the area. You can ask for a tour of homes, and this is where we can go out and we can take a look at a number of homes, figure out what's going on in the neighborhoods to see if it really is what it is that you're looking for. And we do that a couple of times a week. So anyways, those are just some of the things that we can do. We can actually give a pinpoint price analysis on homes as well. There's a lot of other things, but yeah. Anyways, that's kind of the gist on why I do what it is that I do. So let's start with our first one, which is over. It's a townhouse over on Sherbourne Street, and it's an infill project, which is why you're going to see a letter next to the number. And right behind is Shoppers Drug Mart. So Shoppers Drug Mart, I mean, you can't move it, so that's, you know, one of the things with this. There's a plaza and a gas station and a car wash across the street. That's another aspect of it. And it's a big place, but the basement is very, very tiny. That would probably be my only thing, but it is a walkout. You're only going to get one room down in the lower level. Technically speaking, it's 3 levels, but in the listing they have it down as 2. So anyways, it's good for a starter. This is what you get. You get a garage in there too, which is nice. It's just the location could be a little bit iffy for some people, especially if you like to sleep with your windows open at night. The next one is 86 Rustic, and Rustic's a nice street. It's a crescent, 339, good size garage. And then inside, now I'm not too sure about the California style cabinet or ceiling lighting, but nonetheless, there it is. It wouldn't take much to take it down. Obviously, the cabinets have been changed out. Now inside, I've seen a number of these ones where they've actually changed the layout. They've knocked out some walls and things like that. This one, it doesn't look like they have. There's your steps going up from the front door. There is hardwood flooring in here, and then downstairs, it's a fully finished basement as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. This is the back side of the garage. You get a door to come out to the backyard. I think it's okay. I mean, you know, I think with a couple of cosmetic updates to it, it could really be something really, really, really nice on the outside. Not that it isn't already. It's just, you know, there may be a couple of things that you can do. The one thing that I do like about these ones is it gives you the 4 bedrooms, and it's 60 feet wide. It's a nice big lot. It's 110 feet deep, so it's a really nice mature street. Along with the lot as well, so I think it's a good area, and I think they're pretty close on the price. The next one is 9 Hunter Road, and it's $349, and it's a detached back split. So when you walk in, I'll actually show you the picture. So when you walk in, the door is basically over here, or actually, sorry, actually it's kind of when you walk in. There's this room on the main floor. Obviously, there's the other side of the kitchen. You'll probably see it there. It is. There's your main living space. And then there's a number of steps that go down. The pictures really don't show it. We're allowed to actually have 20 pictures now, so obviously there was only 10. It didn't really give you a whole gist of how the space actually works. It's actually bigger than what the pictures make it look to believe. But I think price-wise they're pretty much where they need to be. Now the next one, this one's 32 Margaret, and it's $359. Now it is a detached raised bungalow. It is set up so that you could possibly rent it out. Now obviously there's things that you'd have to check into. $359. There is a separate entrance, and there's 2 bedrooms up, and it looks like there's 3 down. Nice big lot, 66 feet wide, 75 feet deep. There's 2 driveways on this property, which is nice. And inside, it may not be the Taj Mahal or anything like that, but from an investment standpoint, this would probably work for a number of people. You probably have to put in maybe about $10,000 just to kind of bring it up to where it needs to be with regards to renting out the basement and things like that. But it does cash flow. And, even if you do the numbers at $350, it's still cash flowing. So it may be worth a look-see basically on this one. But the 2 driveways is totally bonus. 125 Biscayne. So here we are, right around the corner from the other one that we saw. This one's a little bit better layout. It looks like they've done a lovely job kind of enhancing the rooms, getting it ready for sale. Totally agree with where this one's at, and the basement is finished on this one, and there are 20 pictures to go through. Overall though, that's a bedroom in the basement. You can tell it's got this smaller window. And you're on the lower level there where there's a walkout. Nice big room, which is really nice. So yeah, I think they're going to do just fine. It is a little bit smaller lot, 30 feet by 115, but overall, generally speaking, I think they'll do just fine. Next one is 25 McMaster, and it's $389. 1 car, but nice living room there, nice hardwood flooring. Kitchen is pretty good. Layout's not bad, and I think when you're up by the hospital, you're going to get a couple of benefits on the side that it's on. One, you can actually walk to the beach in the summertime. You've got Boston Pizza there. You've got a fitness. You've got a gym that's open 24 hours. Basement's finished on this, so yeah, I think there's a lot of pros. And looks very nice. Now, the one thing that I like also about that last one is it's on the other side of the hospital, so you don't have people go to the hospital that don't pay for parking who actually end up parking on your street. So, if you're somebody that really doesn't like people parking, on the street in your house, in front of your house every single day, then not saying that everybody does that. It's just you will get the odd person who does that, and some of the streets are can be like that. Next one is 46 Rolling Hills Lane. It's $392. It's a townhouse, and it's nice entry level. It is in Bolton, and with Bolton, the prices are generally kind of going up more so than not, because supply is really outstripping demand. Demand is outstripping supply right now, which is driving these prices up. So until there's more inventory, or until a builder finally is able to build in the area, because they ran out of land in Bolton, which is why there hasn't been any development for quite some time. So people have been really wanting to get into the area, but to get into the area, you're going to have to pay the price. So here's another one in Bolton, and this one's $449. It's a detached home, and I think they've done some nice jobs in the pictures. The one word of advice for somebody that's selling, if you have beautiful hardwood flooring, don't cover it up. And this is just a prime case. I mean, it's probably looks really nice, but you cover it up with a rug or something like that, it just totally detracts from the room. Now outside in the backyard, it looks great. not a lot of neighbors around to what you back onto. And the kitchen's got a good layout as well. It is a finished walkout, which is nice. And sorry if the pictures kind of take a little bit longer to load. You click on it and you kind of wait, and there it comes back. But overall, yeah, I think they're going to do fine. It's about 1,700 square feet. Basement's really nice. Looks like they got a fireplace down there as well. Or no, they don't. Yes, they do. I think they do. It looks that way. Overall, though, it looks very nice. Next one, 79 Oak Ridge, and this is a nice property. I think it's kind of on a busy corner. A lot of people kind of cut through this particular neighborhood, and I think the reason why they've priced it at $459 is it looks like they've got a pool in this one, so which it didn't have a number of years ago when I had it for sale. So the basement's not finished, so I know that they haven't done anything with that. But the hardwood flooring looks really nice. Now in the back over here where my cursor is, that's where the kitchen is. There's a living room there as well. That's the living room when you first walk in the house on the left-hand side. And then you've got the dining room on the right-hand side. And then when you walk through the dining room, you have this other living space kind of off to the side there. And then you have your kitchen. So it is a nice house. It is a nice layout. If you like a pool, then this would probably be something that you could probably get into affordable. And there it is. So that being said, it looks like they've done a little bit of work just on the outside. Maybe not on the inside though. Next one is 16 Lismore Crescent. It's 519, and it's in Bolton West. Nice place, black appliances, as long as they match. And when you get the mismatch, it really kind of takes away from the space. But looks like they've done a nice job. Again, get rid of that carpet. It probably adds a little bit more to the room, but I think what they're covering up is the parquet flooring, which is there. Because a lot of these homes, when they were built in the 90s, that's what they had. They had a lot of parquet flooring in all the rooms. The one thing that when I've shown houses in Bolton, what a lot of people do like is they like to have this little pass-through into the kitchen. So it may not be kind of open concept, but you do have a sense of, there's another room over there. So if you're, kind of socializing and entertaining, or if you have kids, you can kind of keep track of them. And down on the other side of the room there is the fireplace. It's kind of an awkward space to work with, but there it is. Obviously, the master bedroom and the rest. So, yeah, there may be a few things you want to change from that, but I think overall, I think they're in a good place. The next one is 10th line. It's over in Erin, and it's 574. Now, this one here kind of looks like the Science Center from an angle, from the back side of it. I don't know if anyone's seen the Science Center from the back side, but it does actually look like a little bit like that. But inside, you're up around to the front, you've got a 2-car garage. Obviously, these ones are going to be very different than your standard cookie-cutter homes. And it's obviously older, so you could probably do some renovations inside. You don't run across too many patio doors that have these big diamonds-shaped things in it. So it is kind of showing its age. Fireplace. And just like kind of the colors of the rooms. Now, this is an interesting little feature. They got set of stairs that go up from the master bedroom up to this other kind of loft area, which is kind of interesting. But overall, I think they're priced really where they need to be. They're just shy of 9 acres. Someone can certainly come along and do a little bit of work and kind of fix it up. So. Next one is 39 Bonavista, 599. It's a big house, not a big lot. It's 60 feet wide by 85 feet deep. But on this one, there's a second kitchen downstairs. They've certainly spent a little bit of money. It does look very nice, I have to say that. And they're making use of the 20 pictures, which is nice. And inside, you got the fireplace and pendant lights, which is nice in the kitchen. I don't think they have an island, so I don't know how the workability of this particular room would work. But anyways, there you have it. Kind of the fridge is on the other side there. And then on the upper, you have the master ensuite kind of here. You've got this like little kind of lofty area where you can look down below, or you could kind of turn it into a little office, and then down the basement's all finished as well, which is really nice. It's probably one of those types of properties that you have to go to see it to really appreciate what they have. It is on the north side of 9. So again, you can walk to the beach and everything else. Next one is over on 5th Side Road. It's 725, and again, this one also has an apartment in the basement. So if you're looking for a property where you have an in-law suite, there's a few around on this list, and there's obviously a virtual tour. Obviously, I'm waiting for the pictures to load. So yeah, if we take a look, there's 4 bedrooms. There is it is probably built in around the 1970s. It's on about 2 and a bit acres. Obviously, for some reason, the rest of the pictures aren't kind of loading, so we're going to skip and go down to the next one. You can always kind of check that in the link down below. Next one is 33 First Street, and it's 748. Now, this is a property that's got dual purpose. Okay, so it's got C5 holding, so it's got commercial holding on it. There is residential. There is a dental office down on the side down here. So you could use the rest of the place as a house, and then again, just continue renting that out for to the dentist. But inside, it's a big place. There's a lot of space. Hardwood flooring is quite nice. The kitchen is really huge. There's obviously some things that you'd probably want to do to kind of, again, modernize it and kind of fix it up. But overall, though, I think it's a really nice property. And even if you want to maybe split it up and turn it into, maybe a 4-plex, is that an option? I'm not too sure. But, anyways, there's certainly commercial uses that you can use this property for. And there's two driveways, one on off of First. There's a little bit of kind of a laneway at the back of the property. So it's certainly big enough. So, but overall, I think it's nice. And there's the other entrance right there. So there is a garage kind of on the other side, and then there's back parking as well. It's just a very unique property. It's going to take a bit to move. And the last one, or maybe the second last one, is 61 Starview. This has been on for a little bit now. They've relisted it. It looks really nice inside. I mean, for $847, it's on a great street, pot lights and granite countertops, and there's a lot of nice things. I think the biggest thing going for this, well, it's 2. I mean, yes, the property's nice. It's a bungalow. It's shy of just an acre, but it is really in a nice area, a nice little pocket in Orangeville. So I really do like that. Next one is 80 Palmer Circle, and it's just shy of $1 million. 5 bedrooms on this one, nice and big. 3-car garage, which is always nice. And you're over in Palgrave, which is a lovely area of Caledon, just south of 9 there. There's a little lake. You can go hiking down there as well. And but inside this one here, I think it's a nice place. I think when you start getting up into these price ranges, you really need to start seeing them to get a feel for the value, because you start running into cases. It's on 3 acres. Sure, it may be a little bit older. What work needs to be done? You kind of need to start looking at those types of things. And this is the last one. It's over on Gore Road. It's basically $1 million. It's a log home construction. There's about 8 acres on this one. There's 3 bedrooms. Look, obviously a pool. We've got tennis courts. Big size kitchen there. It looks like we probably have like a slate floor or something like that. It kind of looks like that. You really have to like a log home construction. There are some benefits to it. And if you're looking for a unique home, yeah, it's totally unique for sure. But that's over on the Gore Road. So that was our last one, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Orangeville Daily Homes. Bye for now.